Celebrated its 20th anniversary this weekend, and UDM leader General Bantu Holomisa says that state corruption has made the ANC lose its moral high ground. He joins us now in studio to talk about these 2 decades at the helm of this party. Thanks for joining us. Congratulations on your milestone. What does it mean to you personally and your party to have reached this important milestone?
Given that the environment was not conducive for launching a political party in 1987, added to that was the issue of lack of resources and also the floor crossing legislation which was meted against us when we were showing some growth. I think we've done well. We should be proud of the journey we've traveled thus far.
So tell us why you had to form the UDM.
Well, the United Democratic Movement was formed after I was expelled from the ANC. Some people, as far as Limpopo, came to see me in Umtata and said, stop talking about and moaning and whinging about your expulsion from the ANC. We need another political party because this case of yours, it has proven that it's not what you said about Stella Skau, other than that some leaders in the ANC, when you mentioned Saul Kesner, they panicked beyond comprehension because Saul Kesner, I had said he was funding the ANC, and indeed Madiba did confirm that.
Those early years were certainly not easy. I mean, I think about the assassination of Comrade Nkabinde. They were challenging times for your party.
Yes, we lost a lot of people because the ANC applied dirty tricks, intimidation. Fiston Kabinze, for instance, was killed in broad daylight by the bodyguards of a mayor of Richmond. So it was difficult, but that's the past. We have been vindicated on what we have been saying. In those days, it was a taboo to mention the word corruption. But today, even the main suspects, they say they are fighting corruption. Well, and so we are celebrating, we just laugh now.
We'll talk about the present day just now, but perhaps you can tell us, over 20 years, what do you think you've been able to achieve as the UDM?
Well, we achieved many things. We have proven to the South Africans and the world that it is not about the numbers, but it's about the quality of the message you are conveying. As I've said, from day one, we betted on a wicket of anti-corruption and promoting ethics of good governance. And also, we have challenged the big brother, the ruling party, in courts, and we have won many cases against them. The recent one, of course, is the secret ballot. Before that, we even targeted or succeeded in removing the chairperson of the IEC, then Pensitla Gula. And over and above that, we are not an opposition which opposes anything that moves. We are a patriotic political party. At times, we apply a non-partisan approach when we are tackling the issues of the country. That's why in many legislations, we worked with the ANC and voted with them in Parliament, as long as it is in the interest of South Africa. But where we differ with them is when the one of their own is in trouble, then they tend to put the interest of the party and the individual ahead of the country. That is not a good sign for them.
I mean, we're seeing now more and more coalition politics becoming the order of the day. Do you think that now more than ever that roles of smaller parties are becoming more and more important?
It is to be emphasized to the voters of South Africa that never again shall we put all our eggs in one basket. One-party dominance, we've seen it, it breeds corruption. I hope that we can manage to reduce the size of the ANC and make sure that they, after the results have been announced, they can go with a begging bowl to say, please assist us here. Then that would mean the checks and balances as enshrined in our constitution are being strengthened. So I hope that the coalition will now escalate to a level at national level. We've seen it at provincial as well as local government.
I know this is a question that you always asked, and it goes to the personality of Bantu Holomisa being sometimes bigger even than the party itself. How do you address that it is a collective, but your personality is so big?
Well, the politics of South Africa, I guess, since Madiba led ANC, you will notice that there was a paradigm shift. The leadership, people were more prominent, those leaders. You can go to the IFP. You also saw it in the COPE and so on. So you are not going to run away from that. But one has to balance issues, because we have a National Executive Committee. We have a Daily Management Committee. So that's where the decisions are taken. And if you have watched us on Saturday, we're now parading the youth which grew up within the UDM ranks, as opposed to go out and recruit people who have been rejected by other parties. So we want to stabilize the whole party between now and in future.
So now, given what's playing out with the ruling party at the moment, the governing party, what role do you see the UDM playing going forward, and how will you be able to shape the future of South Africa?
I'm more worried about what is happening within the ANC, especially the use of violence amongst themselves. We have seen this in KwaZulu-Natal. In Parliament, I spoke to Begicele, whom I've known since the time I was in charge of Transkei. I said, Begi, we can't witness this violence, as the so-called black-on-black violence again. It's worse when it is done by you amongst your own members. Try, you guys, and address this issue, because once it gets out from you, it's going to be emulated by other political parties, thinking that this is the way of solving problems. So I hope that they will find each other very soon. We cannot laugh and celebrate about what is happening within the ANC insofar as the violence is concerned, but we will celebrate about them not putting the interest of the country and protecting corrupt elements. Then on that score, we have no regrets. We will attack them.
All right. General Bantu Holomisa, once again, congratulations on reaching your 20-year milestone.
Thank you.
And we'll see how your fortunes progress in the coming years.
Thank you.
Thank you so much for your time. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, so as we were reporting, the newly elected Eastern Cape Provincial Executive Committee says that it's ready to hit the ground running. And joining us now from our studios in